There are rich good people. I am one of them. And there are poor bad people. Morality, virtue is not economic. How good of a person you are, how bad of a person you are, has nothing to do with your bank account. Has everything to do with your attitude, with the way you treat yourself, and the way you treat other people. So in this video, I'm going to destroy this lazy narrative, this fearful narrative, this limiting narrative when it comes to rich people, when it comes to poor people. Because so many of you watching this video, you have registered that if you are rich, you are evil, you are dirty, you are corrupt. And you have registered that if you are poor, you are holy, you are healthy, you are a good person, you are positive. But I'm gonna repeat it. There are good rich people. I am one of them. And they are poor bad people. When you don't question your belief, when you don't question whatever you grew up listening to or whatever you grow up believing, you are going to keep living the life that reflects your belief. You are going to keep living the life that reflects whatever programming you have in your mind. But the good thing about it, you can always change your mindset. I know you have heard it multiple times because it's the truth. Nobody that was born in poverty and now live a rich and wealthy life did it without changing their mindset, without changing their beliefs, without changing their attitude. Why? Because for you to have a different life than the one you were born into, you have to become a different person. And part of becoming a different person is changing the way you think. Let's start with the first point. Morality is not economic. I don't know why, but people love to believe that poverty equals humility and wealth equals corruption. That if you are wealthy, oh my God, you are corrupt, you must have done something evil, something bad. And if you are poor, oh, you have humility, look at you, oh. But that's mental laziness, that's spiritual laziness, because you are not allowing yourself to truly dive deep into what does it mean to be rich and what does it mean to be poor. If you are poor, does that make you automatically a good person, a virtuous person, a person with morals? And if you are wealthy, does that make you automatically a bad person, an evil person, a corrupt person? And also this video breaks the false narrative of people who say, I hate rich people. No, you don't. Let's be honest, which bad way? If you hate us, rich people, you are never going to become like us. Simple. Because whatever you hate, guess what you are doing? You are rejecting it from your life. So stop being hypocritical and celebrate rich people if you want to become one. Learn from rich people if you want to become one. Clap for rich people if you want to become one. Clap for everybody. Mine as well. Do you have to pay an extra fee, extra money to just be a good person? Which has nothing to do with the amount of money you have in your bank account, by the way. Because if you automatically believe and affirm that poverty equals humility and wealth equals corruption, what you are doing to yourself is telling yourself that I don't have to do no hard work in analyzing or understanding or breaking somebody else's character. If they are poor, they are good people. And if they are rich, they are bad people. Laziness, that's all you are doing. Someone's character is not in their bank account. I have met and I have seen and I have heard poor, bad people. That person is poor and that person is the one who complain the most, who talk bad about other people. That person is the one with the most gossip, the most laziness, the most negativity. That person go around life cussing everybody, insulting everybody, seeing negative anywhere they go. I have seen people like that. I have been next to people like that. That was when I wasn't aware of how important it is to surround yourself with good, positive people. The person has no money. The person is poor. But that person is the same person that is full of negativity. This is not going to work out. Oh my God, look at that person. They are so centered and so addicted to negativity, so addicted to drama, so addicted to laziness. That's their character. Not because they are poor, that's why they gossip, they are negative, they cuss people out. Because their character is the bad character, is a negative character, is a gossip character. So them being poor is simply a reflection of their character. Yeah, by the way, your character attracts or repels money from you. And in the other hand, I have also met rich, good people. Rich, good, optimistic, joyful, encouraging, uplifting, rich people. In my journey, there was a time I didn't have no even money for groceries. But another good thing about me is that I go around life with good intentions. I go around life uplifting myself, uplifting other people. I go around life speaking positive. And me, with this good attitude, I have come across rich people that have helped me. That have helped me with groceries, that have helped me to graduate, that have helped me with rent, that have even helped me with clothes. Yeah, they were rich and they were good people. And you can see it in their character. How much positivity, how much upliftment, how much life they speak over you. It has been easy for a rich person to speak life over me than a poor person. I'm speaking about my experience. Analyze, know people's character over their appearance. If you just go around life looking at appearance, you're gonna think that that's sugar. Meanwhile, that's salt. Being broke does not automatically make you a good person. And being rich does not automatically make you a bad person. Second point to understand: wealth and poverty are amplifiers, are revelation, not creators, not the root. What do I mean by that? Money does not change people. Money does not corrupt people. Money does not make someone who that person is not. Poverty does not make someone who that person is not. Money doesn't make you good or bad, but it makes you more of what you are already. I'm going to say it again. Money does not make you good or bad. It simply amplifies, it simply reveals, it simply multiply who you are already. It simply echo who you are already. It simply bring forth, bring up, and makes it more loud, more clear, more visible who you truly are. Wealth and poverty are not creators of personality. They are amplifiers of personality. They reveal who you truly are. They uplift who you truly are. If you are selfish, money gives you more tools to exploit others. If you are generous, money gives you more capacity to bless others. If you are broken, money multiplies your dysfunction. If you are healed, money multiplies your impact. I'm going to say it again. If you are selfish, money gives you more tools to exploit others. If you are generous, money gives you more capacity to bless others. If you are broke, money multiplies your dysfunction. If you are healed, money multiplies your impact. Money multiplies your legacy. If you are healed, but if you are broken, money multiplies your dysfunction. So are you now understanding that money doesn't make you, but money amplifies what you are already? But it's easy, right? It's easy to blame the money. It's easy to say, oh, money made me this way, or the lack of money made me this way. That's easy. What is not easy is for you to go within yourself and talk to yourself and analyze yourself and truly ask yourself, what is going on? Why do I think this way? Why do I talk this way? Why do I react this way? Why do I speak this way? It's easy to say, oh, it's because I don't have money, so I am this way. What is not easy is for you to say, no, it's not the money, it's my attitude. It's not the money, it's my mindset. It's not the money, it's my unhealed traumas. It's not the money, it's my perception. But because it's always easy to blame outside forces, it's always easy to point the finger at something outside of us or someone outside of us as the reason of why we are the way we are, as a reason of why our life it is the way it is. But let me give you another reminder. As long as you keep blaming or pointing the finger at other people for the way you are or for the way your life is, guess what? You are going to stay in that same state. You are going to stay in that same dynamic. You are going to stay in that same lifestyle because you keep pointing the finger at other people. The other people didn't make you. Why? Well, and if you think other people made you, why do you give somebody else so much power over your life? Wealth and poverty are amplifiers. Money reveals who you are already. Money multiplies who you are already. Money elevates who you are already. This is why you see rich people with billions. Let me use terms that maybe it's gonna be easy for some of you to digest this information. Money does not make you good or bad. It just makes you more of what you are already. That's why you see tyrants with billions and saints with nothing. Why? This is why you see tyrants with billions and saints with nothing. But you also see billionaire visionaries funding schools, hospitals, and change, and broke people stealing, gossiping, and blaming the war. It's easier for you to find a poor person blaming the war, blaming the circumstances, blaming the environment, blaming other people, than for you to find a rich person blaming the war, blaming the circumstances, blaming the environment. I wonder why. Again, the lack of money or the abundance of money does not dictate and does not create your character. The lack of money or the abundance of money simply multiplies, simply amplifies who you are already. I see billionaires, wealthy people building schools, providing food, providing housing, providing education, building hospitals. I see it. Oh, you don't? Maybe because you consume negative TV. But me, I consume positive TV. I consume information that uplifts me, information that motivates me, information that keeps me in a positive state of mind. I do that intentionally. For you to catch me listening to drama, listening to hate, listening to gossip, oh no, that's not me. There is nothing you can tell me to make me sit down and listen to gossip. If you consume negative TV, then for sure you haven't seen a rich person building schools, a rich person providing housing, providing food, providing water, providing tools to other people. Because guess what? Media, TV, they control whatever they want to put there. If they don't want you to become rich, do you think they're gonna show you how rich people are doing good things? No. They're gonna show you rich people, but they're gonna show you the rich people who are corrupt, the rich people who are evil, the rich people who are doing negative stuff. So you can be scared and you can reject riches. But they're gonna show you poor people being humble, poor people being kind, poor people being having humility. So it can be easier for you to resonate with poverty. Why? Because if you see the poor as the only ones who do what is positive, what is right, what is kind, but you see the rich doing nothing positive, nothing good, and nothing kind, it's gonna be easier for you to wanna be poor somehow, because you attach poverty with humility and you attach riches with evilness. But that's not true. That is not true. There are billionaires, visionaries, rich people helping the world be a better place. There are rich people funding schools, building houses, providing employment, supporting, elevating, uplifting others. And there are broke people, poor people stealing, gossiping, and blaming the war. And also, if you consistently see on TV that, oh, the poor are noble, the poor are humble, what you're gonna do? You're gonna put poverty in a pedestal. By the way, there is nothing good about poverty. No. The poverty pedestal or the poverty elevation is a lie. It doesn't make sense to me for somebody to truly want to stay in poverty. There is no single person that wakes up and say, I want to be poor. No single person. The poverty pedestal is a lie. Break that pedestal. Break it. Break it. Because as long as you think poor, as long as you talk poor, you are going to stay poor. In one of my videos in this channel, I bring down the type of poverty: mental poverty, emotional poverty, spiritual poverty. Mental poverty is the lack-based thinking. Oh, there's not enough money, enough resources, enough happiness, enough possibilities. That's the poverty mindset. Consistently seeing lack, limitations, lack, limitations, lack, limitation. The emotional poverty is when you envy or you talk bad about rich people. Is when you feel guilty and you feel bad for wanting more. Emotional poverty is when you feel bad or something in yourself is not welcoming or celebrating other people's success. That's emotional poverty. And then we have spiritual poverty. If you are those who see struggle as holy, spiritual poverty. If you are those who think that God was poor and that the less I have, the more God loves me, that's spiritual poverty. Which, by the way, I'm going to break this false narrative, this false idea, this false story that I have listened for years and years and years. The narrative that Jesus was poor. Was Jesus really poor? Keep watching the video. The poverty pedestal is a lie. Break it. Many communities, especially communities in where free thinking is not welcome, communities in where positive thinking is not welcome, communities in where thinking outside the box is not welcome, communities in where you are encouraged, you are reminded, you are celebrated, you are allowed to think different than your parents or your classmates or your co-workers. In communities like that, communities who are mentally, emotionally, and spiritually oppressed have been taught to see suffering as holy and wealth as wicked. How many of you have heard things like wealthy people are evil, rich people are evil, money is evil, money is dirty, don't talk about money, don't think about money, that money is not good, money is dirty, money is nasty, money is evil. But on the other hand, they tell you things like, oh, don't worry, you will live a good life in heaven. Don't worry, you're going to have your reward in heaven. Don't worry, you're going to have your blessings, your prosperity, your happiness, your goodness in heaven. Suffer here on earth, you are going to live good in heaven. If I'm going to live good in heaven, I can also live good right here, right now on earth. So if you have anything in you that agrees or that accepts that suffering is holy and wealth is wicked, you will tend to go more towards suffering than towards breaking the suffering to achieve wealth. Because again, power is the mind. Whatever you believe, that's exactly how you act, that's exactly how you behave, and that's exactly how you go around life. By the way, that's another negative programming. That's an oppressive programming. As some people would say, that's colonial programming. Because they will tell you, oh, don't worry, you are going to have your reward in heaven. The people that are telling you that are people who are having their reward here on earth. I don't know about you, but if I'm going to live good in heaven, I can also live really good here. And that colonial programming, that fear-based programming, that lack-based programming, that limited programming, all it does is keep people poor by telling them things like money is evil, money is bad, by telling people things like poverty equals purity, that the less you have, the more Jesus or God loves you, and the more you have, God doesn't love you. It's going to be hard for you to enter heaven if you have material possessions. So all those messages are taken out of context in the Bible to teach and to preach poverty, to teach and to preach limitation, to teach and to preach lack. But poverty is not a virtue. Being broke is not a virtue. Poverty is not a virtue. It's a mental state, it's a condition, it's a programming, not a calling. Nobody wakes up any day and say, I want to be poor. Nobody. If you are poor right now and you are listening to this video, do you want to be rich? I bet you want to say yes, as you should. Because living in poverty, living in lack is not a good life. It's not a happy life. I don't wish that on nobody. I have been times in where the lack of money is so heavy, is so abundant, is so in my life that I cry. Desperate, can't sleep, and I'm not going back there. I have experienced a life with lack of money. I'm not going back there. I'm not. Now let's analyze this idea or this conception that Jesus was poor. Whatever. Jesus was never poor. Never. Jesus was not poor in the way people think, or in the way most people preach about people's Jesus wealth, Jesus riches. Jesus was not poor in the way people think. Jesus had access to wealth, resources, prosperity, favor, and provision. I never saw Jesus begging, not once. I never saw Jesus wondering about his next meal, not once. Whatever Jesus wanted, when he wanted it, he had it. A poor person cannot do any of that. A poor person cannot multiply food. First of all, they don't have food for themselves. So where are they going to find food for other people? But Jesus did. Had food, resources for millions of people. Jesus even offered employment. How many people left their families to follow Jesus? And when they follow Jesus, all of them had money. All of them had provision. None of them was like, oh no, I'm stopping following Jesus because I went broke. What? None of them did. So this idea, this conception that Jesus was poor, if you keep believing it and you truly believe in Jesus or in God, you will attach or align poverty with yourself, with your identity. Because the Jesus you believe in is poor. So it's easier for you to accept poverty if the deity or the God or the higher power you believe in is poor. But I'm here to tell you, Jesus was not poor. So you being poor is not a command, it's not a wish, it's not a desire from Jesus. Jesus wasn't poor. Jesus was just not attached to money. Yeah. He had abundance, he had wealth without letting the wealth control him, without letting the money control him. He had wealth, he had abundance, he had ownership without enslavement, ownership without whatever he had didn't become his character, but whatever he had amplified his character. What did I say earlier? Wealth and poverty are amplifiers, not creators. Money does not make you good or bad. It simply amplifies and simply increases, it simply multiplies and simply reveals who you are already. Another point, money is not the enemy. Ignorance is. Money is not the enemy. Unconsciousness is. Money is not the enemy. Thinking that money is the enemy, that's the enemy. There are rich people feeding nations, feeding villages, feeding cities. And there are poor people poisoning their own neighborhoods. Are we going to skip the fact that in your neighborhood the people who sold the drugs are your own neighbors, are the own poor people? Are we going to just crash that? Oh, but what you want to hear is narrative that, oh, you know, poor people are evil. Oh, poor people are bad. Rich people are evil. Rich people are bad. What about the poor people that are consistently poisoning their own neighbors? What about them? Are we going to talk about them? Are we just going to skip those actions because they are poor? There are rich people feeding nations and poor people poisoning their own neighborhoods. Money does not make you good or bad. Money simply amplifies, money simply increases, money simply reveals who you are already. So this false narrative that rich people are evil and poor people are good, scratch that. Your character has nothing to do with your bank account. If anything, your bank account is going to increase, is going to reveal, is going to amplify who you are already. There are good rich people and there are poor bad people. There are rich people building schools and there are poor people stealing, gossiping, blaming the world. Who you are is not reflected in your bank account. who you are is reflected in your mindset and in your action. So this narrative that poor people are good and rich people are bad is only going to keep keeping you poor. As long as you believe that poor people are good people, because I don't know when or how poverty becomes a automatic sign of goodness, a automatic sign of virtue. And I don't know when wealth became an automatic sign of evilness, an automatic sign of dirtiness, an automatic sign of someone who does bad. There are good, rich people. I am one of them. And there are poor, bad people. Money is not the enemy. Ignorance is. Money is not the enemy. Unconsciousness is. Money is not the enemy. Thinking that money is the enemy, that's the enemy. There are rich people feeding nations and poor people poisoning their own neighborhoods. Which, by the way, if you are rich, if you are wealthy, you are in the position to help more people. Yes. So that's a good thing that there are rich people in the world. That's a good thing that there are wealthy people in the world. That's a good thing that there are successful people in the world. Because to me, somebody who's rich, that's a good thing, because they have resources, they have access, they have the money to allow other people to have food daily. So why would I hate on rich people? Why would I talk bad about rich people? For what? If they can do it, I can do it too. Get to the point in where you see wealthy people, rich people, successful people as a sign of what's possible, as a sign of what can be accomplished, as a sign of what can be done, instead of a sign of evilness, a sign of corruption, and a sign of dirtiness. There are rich people creating legacy, offering jobs, building schools, and poor people spreading hate, blaming the system, but not healing their inner wounds, not healing their own traumas, not uplifting themselves or their communities, not uplifting themselves or their family members. I'm going to say it again. There are rich people creating legacy, offering jobs, building schools, and poor people spreading hate, spreading drama, spreading negativity, spreading gossip, blaming the system, but not healing their inner wounds, blaming the system, but not doing their inner work, blaming the system, but not looking at themselves in the mirror and asking themselves, what am I attracting in my life with my actions? What am I attracting in my life with my behavior? What am I attracting in my life with my attitude? What am I attracting in my life with my way of thinking, my way of talking, my way of moving? No. You're going to find them somewhere in the corner blaming the system. Or you want the system to come heal you? Or you want the system to come make you love yourself, believe in yourself? You want the system to come make you confident? You want the system to come make you clean your house? You want the system to come make you change the way you think? The system is not going to do any of that. If anything, the system is going to keep enjoying your poverty. Yeah. You have no interest of becoming rich, becoming wealthy. Well, stay poor then. There are rich people feeding nations and poor people poisoning their own neighborhoods. There are rich people creating legacy, offering jobs, building schools, and poor people spreading hate, spreading negativity, spreading gossip, spreading drama, blaming the system, but not healing their inner wounds. Also, they are poor people doing sacred work. They are poor people committed in themselves. They are good people being a positive influence in their own life and in the life of their community. They are poor people who uplift. They are poor people who bless. They are poor people who support. They are poor people who encourage. And rich people exploiting everything in their path. They are out there. The point is, money has nothing to do with your character. Money has nothing to do with your mind condition, body condition, spiritual condition. Money has nothing to do with that. Money has nothing to do with your character. If you are a negative person without money and you get money, you're still a negative person. What has changed? Like you were negative without money, but now you are negative with money. Money does not make you good or bad. Money simply amplifies, money simply echo what you are already. And that's the truth. That only those that do the work, that only those that can study, that only those that can sit down and think critically instead of thinking emotionally, they can see that the same as they are rich good people, there is poor bad people. The same way they are rich bad people, they are poor good people. Money is not the enemy. Money is an amplifier, not a creator. And that's the truth. Yeah. Someone's spirit has nothing to do with their salary. Someone's spirit has nothing to do with what's in their bank account. It has everything to do with what is in their heart, what is in their mind. Do they have integrity? What is the energy? What type of energy they spread? Are they honest? Are they transparent? Are they uplifting? Are they empowering? Are they negative? Are they lazy? Are they supportive? Are they poisonous? All of those things has nothing to do with somebody's bank account. It has everything to do with somebody's own individual actions, individual thoughts, and individual beliefs. A rich fool, still a fool. A broke hater, still a hater. A rich hater, still a hater. A poor fool, still a fool. A rich fool, still a fool. So, what are you going to keep saying now? Are you going to keep with the lie or the narrative that rich people are evil, rich people are bad, rich people are dirty, rich people are corrupt, and poor people are nice, poor people are good, poor people are virtuous, poor people have purity? Being broke, being poor does not automatically make someone righteous. And being rich, being wealthy does not make someone automatically evil. Because you mean to tell me that poverty is the ticket to be a good person? How many poor bad people do you know? And since when having money, being wealthy, or being rich is the ticket or is the definition of an evil person? How many rich good people do you know? I know a lot rich good people. I study a lot of good rich people. I listen to interviews, I read books, I listen to podcasts by rich good people. And I can name you a few. David Stoward, Sailor Johnson, Stephen Hightower. Me making it to you right now. Money is great, money is nice. Wealth, poverty are amplifiers of personality and not creators of personality. So next time somebody try to come sell you poverty by telling you that rich people are evil, rich people are bad, be like, I'm going to be the first rich good person. You say there is none? Well, here you see me. I'm going to be the first wealthy good person. I'm going to be the first rich good person. Yeah. Or you can also say, I'm going to be the first poor good person, broke good person. Again, money does not make you good. Money does not make you bad. It just multiplies. It just amplifies. It just reveals who you are already. That's another reason why I consistently say, don't wait for the money to be a good person. Don't wait for the money to be a positive person. Don't wait for the money to be a supportive person. Don't wait for the money to be a confident person. Don't wait for the money to do what is right, what is positive, what is uplifting. You don't need money to believe in yourself. It's free. You don't need money to love yourself. It's free. You don't need money to support yourself. It's free. You don't need money to dream. It's free. You don't need money to speak life over yourself, over your neighborhood, over your family, over your community. It's free. But how many poor people do you know that don't even speak life over themselves? They are consistently cursing somebody out, consistently insulting somebody, consistently wishing evil on somebody, consistently being all about gossip, all about drama. And another interesting thing is that if we look at those platforms that are focused on gossip, focus on negativity, if we focus on negative media, the people who consume negative media the most are poor people. Yup. It's easier for you to find a poor person blaming the system than it is to find a rich and wealthy person blaming the system. It's easy for you to find a poor person complaining somewhere, making excuses somewhere. Is that a coincidence? No, it's not. Because the abundance of money or the lack of money doesn't create your character. It simply reviews your character. There are poor good people. There are also rich good people. There are poor bad people. And there are also rich bad people. Morality is not economy. Wealth and poverty are amplifiers, not creators. The poverty applause, the poverty pedestal, that's a lie. Break that pedestal. If anything, put wealth, prosperity, good life on a pedestal. Put yourself on a pedestal. Money is not the enemy. Money is not the enemy. Money is a beautiful tool. Money is a positive tool. Money is a positive resource. Because imagine if you had the idea of wanting to build a school, or you have the idea of wanting to feed the homeless. If you don't have money, if you don't have resources, how are you going to do it? The idea is great. The idea is nice. The idea is positive. But the means to execute the idea, you lack. Money is a beautiful tool. Money is a beautiful resource. You can do more good, a lot more good with money than without money. So if I had to choose, I choose a life with money. I love the smell of money. You don't need money to say, I am money. You don't need money to say, I am wealthy. You don't need money to say, something good is coming, something positive is coming. You don't need money to speak money over your life, money over your community, money over your finances. Every person watching this video right now, wealth is coming your way. Prosperity is coming your way. Riches is coming your way. Every person watching this video right now, success is coming your way. Prosperity is coming your way. Joy is coming your way. Happiness is coming your way. I am wealthy and I love being wealthy. I am rich and I love being rich. I am prosperous and I love being prosperous. Right now you see me here making this video while holding $1. Imagine what I'm going to be holding once I have millions, once I have thousands, once I have billions. I'm going to be holding more of it to come here the same way I'm using now, right now, this $1 to create content, to create inspiring content, motivational content, uplifting content. It's exactly when I will have thousands, when I will have millions, I will come here and use these millions to teach, to inspire, to elevate. Why? Because money amplifies what I am already. Here I am making content with $1. So of course, I'm going to make content with thousands. I'm going to make content with millions. It's not because the money changed me. The money simply amplified what I was already doing. Simple. The money simply amplified what I was already doing. Making this video, teaching, empowering, uplifting, encouraging myself, because I'm the first person listening to my videos. And if you are listening, thank you for your time. And what am I showing? $1. So whenever you see me here making a video while holding a million, a billion, thousands of dollars, don't be surprised. The money amplified who I am already. It didn't change me. It amplified, it echoed, it increased what I am already. Use me as a testimony. And do you see how I'm speaking it in present tense? I speak as it is. I don't speak as life is. I speak as I want my life to be. I am rich. I am wealthy. I am prosperous. Money comes to my life consistently, abundantly, and easily. I love having money. I love enjoying money. I love multiplying money. I love giving money. I love all the good and positive I do with money. I love all the good and positive I do with money. Money is good. Money is great. Money is a beautiful tool. I love the smell of money. Every day, large sums of money come to me right here, right now. Large sums of money comes to me right here, right now. I feel rich. I feel wealthy. I can be trusted with large sums of money. I can be blessed with large sums of money. Money is good. Money is great. A life of wealth is the life I deserve. A life of wealth is the life you deserve. I speak it over you, but you gotta believe it and you gotta feel it. Because as long as you gonna keep thinking that poverty mindset, thinking that money is bad, money is evil, saying all those negative things, negative expressions around money, around your life, you are welcoming it in your life. So why not speak life? Why not speak prosperity? Why not speak happiness? Why not speak money? The same mouth you are using to curse yourself out, you can use that same mouth to bless yourself up. The choice is yours. Money is a beautiful tool. Money is a beautiful resource. I welcome money in my life consistently, abundantly, and easily. I love money and money loves me. I bless my money and my money blesses me. I am one with money. I am one with wealth. I am one with riches. I am one with riches. I am wealthy. I am one with money. Money and I are one. I am money. I am wealth. I am success. Money comes in my life consistently, abundantly, and easily. Money comes to my life right here, right now. I am rich right now. I am wealthy right now. I have abundance of money right now. I feel good about it. I love it. I love money and money loves me. I bless my money